Hello everyone. In this video, we will going to discuss geometry of complex number. Actually, it is a fundamental geometry of complex number. After doing this, you will be able to solve the problems of geometry of complex number. That's a fundamental. Okay, we will do more and more problems to build a better foundation on geometry of complex number. Okay, so first one is distance between complex number. If I write Z1 minus Z2 modulus, it represents distance between Z1 and Z2. We know that any complex number can be written as Z1, let us say x1 plus iota y1, and Z2 is x2 plus iota y2, and we can represent as a point also x1 y1 and x2 y2. Okay, so let's see the proof of that one. Let us say Z1 is x1 plus iota y1 and Z2 is x2 plus iota y2. So if I find Z1 minus Z2, then what I got? X1 minus x2 plus iota y1 minus y2. If I take modulus of this one, we already know that if a z is a complex number, that is x plus iota y. So modulus is nothing but under root of x square plus y square. So this one is a real part, this one is the imaginary part. So z1 minus z2 modulus is under root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, which is nothing but a distance formula between 2 points, that is x1 y1 and x2 y2. So z1 minus z2 modulus is nothing but distance between two complex number. Okay, if I represent on a Argand plane, so this one is z1 and this one is z2. Let us say 2 points are there. Z1 is also a complex number, Z2 is also a complex number. Then distance between both complex number is given by modulus of Z1 minus Z2. Okay, so let's see another one. If I write Z1 plus Z2, what it represent? Okay, I can write Z1 plus Z2 as Z1 minus of minus Z2. I can write like that. Okay, so it is nothing but distance between Z1 and minus Z2, which is also a complex number. So it is distance between Z1 and minus Z2. Similarly, what modulus of Z represent? Modulus of Z is nothing but, I can write modulus of Z as Z minus 0, 0. 0, 0 means complex number 0 plus iota 0. Okay, so it is distance between Z and 0, 0 means origin. Okay, and I can also write Z1 minus Z2 as Z1 minus Z2 minus 0, 0. That is distance between Z1 minus Z2 and 0, 0. It depends on the problem. Okay, so what I want to say that important point is, if Z is given, that is, if this is a origin, let us say Z is here, so this is modulus of Z. Okay, so move further. Next one is argument of complex number. You already know that argument is nothing but a complex number made up positive angle, angle made with positive direction of x-axis, that is theta. Okay, so theta is given by tan inverse y upon x. Okay, so how we can find the argument easily? So there is a concept. Let us say I define an acute angle, that is alpha, and tan alpha is given by y over x modulus. Okay, because alpha is acute angle, so I take modulus. Okay, so and another one, first I find the alpha. If x plus iota y lies in first, second, third and fourth quadrant, use, if x plus iota y lies in first quadrant, that is x is positive, y is positive, then theta equal to alpha. If complex number lies in second quadrant, then theta equal to pi minus alpha. Similarly in third, minus of pi minus alpha, and in fourth minus alpha, and our theta lies between minus pi comma pi. Okay, so let us take one problem, that is Z. Z is under root 3 plus iota, where x equal to 1 and y equal to also 1, and we have to find the argument of that complex number. Okay, so tan alpha is y over x modulus, so y is 1. If I compare this one by this one, so I got 1. So alpha is nothing but pi by 4. If tan alpha is 1, then acute angle is pi by 4. Next step is, now 1 comma 1 lies in first quadrant. 1 is also positive, another one is also positive, that is x coordinate is positive, y coordinate positive, then theta is equal to alpha, है ना. if a complex number lies in first quadrant. Okay. Similarly, we can find the argument of this one also, z equal to iota, that is purely imaginary number. Okay, so and lies on a positive y-axis. We can also find, if I represent this one directly, 0 and 1, so it makes pi by 2 angle. Okay, but for concept point of view, I can find the like that, tan alpha y over x. So that is tan alpha y is nothing but 1, but x is nothing but 0, because it is a purely imaginary, so it becomes infinity, so alpha becomes pi by 2, but it lies on positive y-axis, so directly it is a pi by 2. Okay, means argument. Okay, it is purely imaginary but with negative sign, so argument of this one is minus pi by 2. Okay, because it lies here, 0 minus 1, so क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में एंगल होगा, सो ये माइनस पाई बाय 2 हो जाएगा. Similarly, you can find with purely real also. Purely real, that gives two angles, 0 or pi. It depends where the imaginary purely real part is positive or negative. It is a negative, then it gives pi, and if it is a positive, then it gives 0. So here I write the concept. If z is a purely real, then theta can be come out to be 0 or pi. If z is a purely imaginary, then theta can be come out to minus pi by 2 or pi by 2. Or more precisely, we can say that if imaginary part is positive, then it gives pi by 2. If imaginary part is negative, then it gives means minus pi by 2. Similarly, this is for plus 1 plus, and this is for minus. So here is one question. Let us solve that one. Okay. So question is, if argument of z equal to theta, then find argument of z conjugate, argument of minus z, and argument of minus z conjugate. So first I represent this one on argon plane. Okay, so let us say this one is origin, and here is a complex number z, this one. It makes angle theta with positive direction of x-axis, means this one. So if this one is z, then what about z conjugate? Z conjugate is a mirror image, or you can say that a reflection with respect to real axis. Okay, and x-axis you can say that. So this one is minus theta. So we can say that argument of, here I write, argument of z conjugate is what? Minus theta, and argument of z is theta. Okay, if I take if this one is z, so can you tell me this one is minus z? Okay, okay, okay. So this one is z, so this one is z, so this one is minus z, and this one is conjugate of this one. Okay, not minus z, actually this one is conjugate of minus z. Okay, because negative of this one lies in third quadrant. Okay, so this one is minus z. Now you can find the argument of both complex number. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, if you find the complex argument of minus z. Okay, so first I write argument of minus z. So argument of minus z is nothing but, if this one is theta, let us say this one is theta. Okay, so this one is pi minus theta, because theta plus this angle is pi, sum of both angle is pi. If I write this one and this one, let us say this one is theta 2. Okay, so this is theta 2, which is equal to pi minus theta, but this angle is anti-clockwise, sorry, in clockwise direction. This angle is clockwise direction, so you have to take negative sign. Okay, so this one is minus of pi minus theta, that is theta minus pi, and similarly this one is a reflection of that one, so you will take negative of this one. So argument of minus z conjugate is nothing but minus theta minus pi, that is pi minus theta. So we can easily find the argument of complex number, depends on the condition. Okay, so next one is are different forms of complex number, that is z equal to x plus iota y, that is Cartesian form, and z equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta, it is a polar form, where r is modulus of z, r is nothing but modulus of z, and r into e to the power iota theta, that is Euler form. And one more important thing you have to know, that e to the power iota theta is nothing but cos theta plus iota sin theta. Okay, so do one question. Let us say we have argument of z pi by 4. So I can write this one is in polar form. This one is polar form. Polar form. Polar form is nothing but r cos theta plus iota sin theta, where theta is pi by 4. So I can write r cos theta plus iota sin theta. So this one is pi by 4 और ये pi by 4 हो गया. But here r is variable but theta is fixed. Okay, r can be any number. Okay, let us say if you a complex number 1 plus iota, so argument of this number is also pi by 4. And if you have a complex number 2 plus 2 iota, so argument of that number is also pi by 4. So here theta is fixed but modulus can be changed, because इसका modulus आप देखो, it is less than. Okay, let us say this one is z1. Let us say this one, so this one is modulus z1. If this is z2, so this one is modulus z2. So here modulus is variable but theta is fixed. So for defining a unique complex number, you have to define both things. First one is argument, second one is modulus. Then only you can define a unique complex number. Otherwise there is infinite complex number. So in this case, infinite complex number with argument, not pi by 3. Here I taken pi by 4. Okay, so it is pi by 4. And second more important thing, argument of 0 plus iota means 0 if z equal to 0. So real part is also 0, imaginary part is also 0. So here argument is not defined. Why? Because argument is given by tan inverse y over x. So both cannot be 0 at the same time. Okay, so it is not possible. So next one is if I have to draw this condition on a Argand plane, then how can I draw that one? It represent argument of z, means z is a complex number whose argument is greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to pi by 4, means the theta of that complex number should be greater than 0 but less than pi by 4. You know that if it is a real axis, it is an imaginary axis, then if z is a complex number and it made angle 0, then it is a real axis, positive real axis, you can say that this one. So argument of z equal to 0 here. Similarly, argument of z equal to pi by 4 here. So you have to draw a region that is theta is greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to pi by 4. So region of that one is this one, means okay, this one. This one is the region where argument of z greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to pi by 4. Okay, let us discuss 2 to 3 problems. Very easy problems are there. So if z1, z2, z3, z4 are the affixes of a 4 points in the Argand plane, z is the affix of a point such that z1, z2, z3 are the 4 points in a Argand plane, and z is also a affix of a point such that there is a condition modulus of z minus z1 equal to modulus of z minus z2 equal to modulus of z minus z3 equal to modulus of z minus z4. Then prove that z1, z2, z3, z4 are cone cyclic, means z1, z2, z3 should be lies on a circle, you can say that. Okay, so okay, let us listen. Okay, here z minus z1, so what z minus z1 represent? Distance between z and z1. Similarly, this is distance between z minus z2, this is distance between z minus z3, this is distance between z minus z4, and all the distance are same. Okay, means z का distance z1 से, z2 से, z3 से, z4 से, all are same. It means z can be center of the circle. Okay, so z can be center of the circle. Okay, if z lies here, so here can be z1, here can be z2, है ना, कहीं भी हो सकता है, z3, z4. So this makes sense only if distance of z from all the 4 complex number is same, then z can be center of the circle. Okay, first thing this one. Okay, so wait, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, all decisions are same. This one is or, this is one r. First condition. Okay, okay, next condition can be if z is a rectangle. Let us say z is a rectangle. Okay, and these are the diagonals of rectangle. So z can be intersection point of both the diagonal, because this distance, if z1 is here, z2 is here, z3 is here, and z4 is here, so this distance is also same. Let us say this is r and r. So there are two possibilities. Z can be center of the circle and z can be the intersection point of the diagonals of the rectangle, because this distance is same. Okay, and next, so here we can prove that z1, z2, z3 are concyclic because these 4 points lies on a circle. Okay, okay, let's move further. Next one is if z1 plus z2 equal to z1 plus modulus of z1 plus modulus of z2, find argument of z1 minus argument of z2. Means we have to find the difference between argument of z1 and argument of z2. Okay, so first I draw these two complex number on a Argand plane. Okay, wait. Z1 plus Z2 should be equal to modulus of Z1 modulus of. Let us say this one is Z1 here. Okay, so this is modulus Z1. Okay, and let us say Z2 is here. So this one is modulus Z2. And what is the distance between both the complex number from here to here? You can say that this is nothing but Z1 plus Z2. Okay. But this one is wrong actually, because why? Because distance between two complex number is z1 minus z2, not this one. Okay, so how can you write that one? So wait a minute, or there are two ways to representation of that one. Okay, so first I draw, wait, this one. Okay, very easy one. Okay, so first one is, let us say here is origin, or you can say that any point is there. Let us say this is origin, and this one is z1 and this one is z2. So what is the distance between origin and z2? That is modulus of z2, and here is modulus of z1. Okay, and what is the distance between both the complex numbers? So this is not z1 plus z2, actually this is what? z1 minus z2. So what about this one, z1 plus z2? Okay, so this is not z1 minus z2. So how I represent this one? Okay, this is not easy like that. Okay, if this is z1 minus z2, okay, so it will be very easy, because argument of both the complex numbers should be same. So argument of z1 minus z2, it will be come out to be 0. Okay, so let us draw this one, z1 plus z2 here. Okay, so I can write z1 plus z2 as z1 minus of minus z2. Which is equal to modulus of z1 and minus of z2, which is nothing but modulus of z1 modulus of z2. Okay, so if I draw this one on a Argand plane, okay, wait. Okay, if this one is z1, let us say this one is z1, let us say this one is z1. So and this is origin, and this one is minus z2. Okay, b point a ho gaya. So if this one is minus z2, so let us say z2 is here. Okay, what I want to say that if this one is minus z2, so you can let this is z2, you can let. Okay, so this one. Okay, and here is one more condition is that distance between z1 minus and z2 is equal to modulus of z1 minus z2, which is very easy, means this is z1 and this is minus z2, which is equal. Okay, but we have to find the not argument of minus z2, we have to find the argument of z2. So what is the argument of z1? So this is theta, and what is the argument of z2? This is also a theta. Okay, so answer of this one is 0. Theta minus theta is 0. Okay, okay, solve another one. This one is very easy. Okay, so here it is given that modulus of z1 minus z2, okay, equal to modulus of z1 plus z2. Then prove that argument of z1 minus argument of z2 is pi. Okay, so it is very easy. Real imaginary axis, let us say this one is z1 and this is z2. So distance between both complex number is z1 minus z2, and which is also equal to modulus of z1 modulus of z2. It satisfy all the conditions. Okay, so if this angle is theta, let us say this angle is theta and this angle is theta 1, means argument of z2 is theta 1. Okay, so but I can say that theta 1 is nothing but pi minus theta, because sum it makes 180 degree angle, both angles. Okay, but it is a clockwise direction. Okay, angle made with z2 is nothing but in clockwise direction, so we have to put a negative sign here. Okay, so it becomes theta minus pi. So argument of z2 is theta minus pi, and argument of z1 equal to theta. So we have to find what? We have to find argument of z1 minus z2. So argument of z1 minus argument of z2 is theta minus pi, which comes out to be pi. ओके, सो ये प्रूव हो गया हमारा. एक लास्ट प्रॉब्लम और है, ठीक है. इस प्रॉब्लम में इसने क्या बोला है, इफ z1 z2 z3 आर द वर्टाइसेस ऑफ इक्विलेटरल ट्राइंगल such that modulus of z1 modulus of z2 modulus of z3 is same, then find the z1 z2 z3. Okay, it is a p by q previous year question. So first I draw the triangle. Okay, so let us say this one is z1, this one is z2, this one is z3, this is a, this is b, and this is c. Okay, if distance, देखो modulus of z1 what is represent? Modulus of z1 represent distance between z1 and origin. It is also represent distance between z2 and origin, z3 and origin. So what I want to say that there is a center 0 0 whose distance from all the three vertices is same, this and this. Okay, let us say this one is O. So what it represent? This is nothing but centroid. Because if this one AO, OB and OC is same, so G is nothing but centroid of the triangle, and G is a centroid, then G can be written as Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 upon 3, and centroid is nothing but here origin, so 0. So you can compare this one, Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 equal to 0. So you can prove that Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 is 0. And you can learn this as a property also. If Z1, Z2, Z3 are vertices of equilateral triangle, then modulus of Z1, modulus of Z2, modulus of Z2 are equal, then find Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. So this is comes out to be 0. Okay, so there is 4 property, you can learn that one. If Z1, Z2, Z are vertices of equilateral triangle, then Z1 square, Z2 square, Z3 square minus Z1, Z2 minus Z2, Z3 minus Z3, Z1 is 0. Another one is Z1 square plus Z2 square plus Z3 square equal to 3 times Z0 square, where Z0 is circumcenter. Okay, you know that na, circumcenter. If this one is circumcenter, sorry. Okay, this is a relation. If this one is orthocenter, this one is centroid, and this one is circumcenter. Okay, so relation is 2:1. And another property is Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 is 0. And another property is 1 upon my Z1 minus Z2, 1 upon Z2 minus Z3, and 1 upon Z3 minus Z1 is 0. Okay, thank you.